Hi, everyone. My name is Lindsay Felchle, and this is my mini unit presentation on money for class EDMU 524. So, an overview, the content standard that I chose was for second grade, and it basically says that students should solve word problems about dollar bills and coins and be able to appropriately label dollar signs and cents. So I had 4 lesson plans. The first one is titled Don't Break the Bank. And this is just one of the worksheets that I used at the beginning. And this I actually used as part of my STEM part of the lesson, where students have to use desk supplies to figure out how to make a spinner for the spinner in the game. It's basically a game. Kids get into groups and they take turns spinning, getting penny, dime, nickel, quarter, and then putting it in their bank. And if they get the hammer, they break the bank 4 times. This was just a warm up activity. Also, kids are doing a coin sheet, adding coins, and also a word problem with coins sheet at the end. And in this lesson, I also included think, pair, share for student engagement. My next lesson plan was coins and bills. So this was just building on the concept of coins. And this is an example. This is one of my worksheets. It's the word problems that I had towards the end. And in this lesson, I also included a lot of think, pair, share student engagement strategies. And students were able to practice answering word problems, adding coins and bills. For my third lesson is titled Who Can Buy It? So, along with the word problems, I really wanted to connect this idea to real life and relate it to something maybe the students wanted to buy. So, each student picked something that they wanted to buy and they figured out how much money they would need to buy it. They researched this on the computer and then they made a poster with the drawing of all the bills and the coins counted out for what they would need to buy that item. And this activity had a writing component at the end, telling us what they would like to buy and how much they needed to buy it. The fourth lesson is called Show Me the Money. And this is a lesson where I had the students, I set up a shop around the room and students could buy things and other students could practice making the right change. So this was just building even on the last concept of who can buy it. Now they're actually buying pretend items around the class and making correct change. And this is very heavily facilitated by the teacher. It also includes formative assessment along the way, and making sure students are understanding through worksheets and walking around the room, understanding the concepts. All right, my design process. So, my main purpose was picking something that would relate to a moderate, severe special day class setting or that I could modify. And I really wanted a life skill. So, money, time, things like that. And so, when I looked up some things online, I found some great worksheets that I could use for money, and I got some ideas for how I could modify this for a special education classroom. So I chose money. I looked at the standard and I built on the standard to relate to real life when it comes to buying and selling. So the success from this unit, I was so glad I found a way to meet the standards, that the content standard. I was able to relate it to real life, and I think it's fun. It's a fun activity. The challenge I had was planning how long each section would take. I really think in real life, maybe the sections would take a little bit longer than I planned for. So there might be some things I would need to cut out or spend less time on. And I'm sure that this is a problem that happens often in classrooms. All right. And that concludes my presentation on money for our unit presentation.